They sparkle. They symbolize love. They are marketed as eternal. But behind the brilliance of diamonds lies a story far more complex and far more surprising than most people realize. Diamonds are often described as rare, precious, and priceless. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Diamonds are not as rare as you think. So why are they so expensive? What exactly is a diamond? At their core, diamonds are nothing more than carbon, the same element found in coal, pencil graphite, and even the human body. What makes diamonds special is not what they are made of, but how they are made. Under extreme heat and pressure deep within the Earth's mantle, carbon atoms bond together in a rigid crystal structure. This structure makes diamonds incredibly hard, highly reflective, exceptionally durable. A diamond's sparkle comes from how light enters, bends, and reflects inside this perfectly ordered lattice. Nature took billions of years to create them, but nature alone does not explain their price. Are diamonds actually rare? The diamond industry wants you to believe diamonds are scarce. They are not. Diamonds exist in large quantities beneath the Earth's surface. Every year, millions of diamonds are mined across countries like Russia, Botswana, Canada, and Australia. In fact, if all the diamonds ever mined were released onto the market at once, prices would collapse. So how do diamonds maintain their illusion of rarity? The answer lies not underground, but in control. The power of control. For most of the 20th century, one company dominated the global diamond trade, De Beers. At its peak, De Beers controlled up to 90% of the world's diamond supply. How? By owning mines, by controlling distribution, by stockpiling diamonds, and by deciding how many diamonds entered the market each year. They didn't sell all the diamonds they mined. They held them back. This artificial scarcity kept prices high and stable. Diamonds became valuable not because they were rare, but because they were managed. A diamond is forever. In 1947, De Beers launched one of the most successful marketing campaigns in history. For words, a diamond is forever. Before this slogan, diamond engagement rings were not a global tradition. Many cultures used other gemstones, or no rings at all. The campaign changed everything. Diamonds became symbols of eternal love, proof of commitment, a social expectation. Men were told they should spend 2 months' salary on a ring. Women were taught that diamonds represented worth, romance, and status. Most importantly, the slogan implied something crucial. Diamonds should never be resold. If diamonds are forever, then selling one feels like betrayal. This idea prevented secondhand diamonds from flooding the market, preserving high prices. Perception is price. Diamonds are expensive because people believe they are. Luxury pricing works differently from everyday goods. When something is expensive, it feels exclusive, it signals status, it feels emotionally valuable. Diamonds are not bought for practicality. They are bought for meaning. A diamond ring says, I am serious. I can provide. This moment matters. And emotions are priceless. The 4CS, a scientific story. The industry uses the 4CS to determine diamond value. Cut, color, clarity, carat. These measurements appear scientific and objective, but pricing between grades can jump dramatically with minimal visual difference. 2 diamonds may look identical to the human eye, yet one costs thousands more because it sits just above a grading threshold. This system reinforces the idea that diamonds are uniquely complex and worth the premium. The rise of lab-grown diamonds. Today, technology has changed the game. Lab-grown diamonds are chemically identical to natural ones. Same carbon structure, same hardness, same sparkle. The only difference? They can cost 30 to 70% less. And yet many consumers still prefer natural diamonds. Why? Because value is not just physical, it is psychological. A diamond's price is tied not only to what it is, but to the story people believe about it. The dark side of diamonds. Not all diamonds are symbols of love. Some are stained by violence. So-called blood diamonds have funded wars, exploited workers, and caused immense suffering. These realities forced the industry to respond with ethical certifications. But even ethics became part of branding, another layer of perceived value. So why are diamonds really expensive? Diamonds are expensive because of controlled supply, powerful marketing, emotional symbolism, social pressure, carefully crafted perception. Not because they are the rarest substance on Earth. Diamonds are valuable because humans decided they should be. Mines, monopolies, and the business of desire. To understand why diamonds are so expensive, we must go deeper, not just into the earth, but into the machinery of global power. Because diamonds are not simply mined, they are managed. The real cost of mining. Diamond mining is difficult, dangerous, and expensive, but not expensive enough to justify the final retail price. Modern diamond mines are massive industrial operations. Entire landscapes are reshaped to extract a relatively small number of gem-quality stones. Tons of earth are processed to find a single carat. Mining costs include heavy machinery, energy consumption, skilled labor, transportation, security. Yet, even after all this, the raw diamond often represents only a small fraction of the price you see in a jewelry store. A diamond that sells for thousands of dollars may cost only a few hundred to mine. So where does the rest of the price come from? From monopoly to market control. By the late 20th century, De Beers' direct monopoly began to weaken. New mines emerged. Governments demanded independence. Antitrust laws tightened. But control did not disappear. It evolved. Instead of owning everything, major players shifted to market influence. Exclusive supply agreements, strategic partnerships, long-term contracts, selective distribution. Diamonds are now released into the market slowly and carefully, ensuring supply never overwhelms demand. The result? Prices remain high, not because diamonds are rare, but because too many diamonds are never allowed to compete. The invisible stockpiles. Behind the scenes, vast quantities of diamonds sit in vaults. Not sold, not worn, not admired, waiting. These stockpiles act like pressure valves. If demand drops, supply is tightened. If prices wobble, fewer diamonds are released. This invisible control creates stability, and stability creates trust. Consumers believe diamonds hold value, and belief sustains price. The journey from mine to finger. A diamond's journey is long, and every step adds cost. After mining, diamonds are sorted and graded, shipped to cutting centers, cut and polished, often by hand, regrade and certified, sold to wholesalers, set into jewelry, marketed as luxury goods. Each stage adds markup, but the biggest increase happens at the end, inside the jewelry store. That is where perception becomes profit. The psychology of luxury. Luxury pricing does not follow normal rules. In fact, higher prices often increase desire. A diamond priced too low raises suspicion. Is it fake? Is it flawed? Is it less meaningful? Expensive objects signal status, commitment, seriousness. When someone buys a diamond ring, they are not purchasing carbon. They are purchasing validation. Why price drops would destroy the industry. If diamond prices suddenly fell, the damage would be catastrophic, not just financially, but psychologically. Millions of people already own diamonds. If prices collapse, trust collapses, resale value disappears, emotional investment feels betrayed. So the industry does everything possible to avoid this. Diamonds must remain expensive because they are already expensive. Lab diamonds, a threat to the myth. Lab-grown diamonds expose a dangerous truth. Diamonds can be created on demand. They are not miracles. They are not unique. They are not irreplaceable. This threatens the entire narrative. That's why the industry emphasizes natural versus synthetic, emotional origin stories, geological time. It's not about chemistry. It's about preserving belief. Who really profits? Miners earn little. Cutters earn modest wages. Retail workers earn commissions. The largest profits flow upward to corporations, wholesalers, brand owners. Diamonds are expensive not because of who digs them out of the ground, but because of who controls the story afterward. A self-sustaining system. The diamond industry is a closed loop. High prices create status. Status creates demand. Demand justifies controlled supply. Controlled supply keeps prices high. It is not a conspiracy. It is a system refined over a century. A crack in the foundation. But no system lasts forever. Younger generations question traditions. Lab diamonds grow cheaper. Ethical concerns rise. Resale markets expose weak value retention. The myth is beginning to fracture. Not violently, not suddenly, but slowly. And when belief fades, so does price. Love, status, and the social pressure machine. Diamonds are not sold in isolation. They are sold at moments of vulnerability, moments of love, hope, and fear of loss. No industry in history has tied its product so deeply to human emotion. And that is where the true power of diamonds lies. How diamonds became a requirement. For most of history, engagement rings were optional. In many cultures, couples exchanged simple bands, gemstones, or nothing at all. Marriage was about family, survival, and partnership, not spectacle. That changed in the 20th century. Through advertising, cinema, and social reinforcement, diamonds were transformed from luxury items into cultural expectations. A proposal without a diamond began to feel incomplete. A smaller diamond felt insufficient. A cheaper ring felt like a reflection of the giver's worth. Love became measurable. The 2-month salary rule. One of the most powerful ideas ever introduced in a modern culture was this: a man should spend 2 months' salary on an engagement ring. This rule was not tradition. It was marketing. Yet it became internalized across generations, repeated by peers, reinforced by movies, normalized by society. The result? People went into debt for diamonds. They delayed marriages. They equated sacrifice with sincerity. Price became proof of love, social comparison, and status. Diamonds do not exist in private. They are displayed at dinners, at weddings, on social media. A diamond ring is a signal to friends, family, and strangers. It communicates financial stability, commitment, social standing. In a world of constant comparison, diamonds become part of identity. Not owning one can feel like falling behind. Why bigger matters. Carat size is not about beauty. Most people cannot distinguish between a 0.9 carat and a 1 carat diamond with the naked eye. Yet the price difference can be enormous. Why? Because numbers matter socially. Hitting symbolic thresholds creates prestige. 1 carat, 2 carats, 5 carats, these milestones are designed, not discovered. They turn personal love into public measurement. The resale myth. Many buyers justify high diamond prices with one belief: it holds value. But the reality is uncomfortable. Most diamonds lose 30 to 60% of their value the moment they leave the store. Retail markups, emotional pricing, and lack of standardized resale markets ensure that sellers rarely recover what they paid. Diamonds are not investments. They are emotional purchases disguised as assets. Why people defend diamond prices. Once someone has paid a high price for a diamond, something psychological happens. They defend it. Admitting the diamond was overpriced feels like admitting poor judgment, manipulation, social pressure, so instead, the belief strengthens. This diamond is special. This diamond is different. This diamond was worth it. The mind protects the purchase. Ethics as a selling point. As awareness of conflict diamonds grew, the industry adapted. Ethics became branding. Terms like conflict-free, responsibly sourced, ethical mining added moral comfort to the purchase and often higher prices. Doing good became part of luxury. Why lab diamonds struggle socially. Lab-grown diamonds challenge everything: price, scarcity, and origin. They are chemically identical, visually indistinguishable, significantly cheaper. Yet many people still hesitate. Why? Because lab diamonds disrupt the story. They lack geological age, romantic mythology, cultural validation. The question becomes emotional, not rational. If it costs less, does it mean less? The diamond as a social contract. A diamond ring is not just jewelry. It is a social agreement. It tells the world, I have followed the rules. I have met expectations. I belong. Breaking that contract by choosing alternatives can feel rebellious, even risky. The diamond's price protects the tradition. Cracks in the narrative. But cracks are forming. Younger generations delay marriage. Some reject diamonds entirely. Others choose lab-grown stones without shame. Meaning is shifting. Love is being redefined. Less about display, more about partnership. And as that happens, the grip of diamonds begins to loosen. The question emerges: if love does not require diamonds, if commitment does not require debt, if beauty does not require scarcity, then what are diamonds worth really? Are diamonds losing their power? For more than a century, diamonds have held extraordinary power over human desire. They shaped traditions. They defined love. They justified enormous expense. But power is never permanent. And today, the diamond's grip on culture is beginning to loosen. A shift in generations. Younger generations see the world differently. They question traditions instead of inheriting them. They research before purchasing. They value experiences over possessions. To many, diamonds no longer represent romance. They represent pressure. Student debt has replaced disposable income. Housing costs have reshaped priorities. Marriage itself is evolving. In this new reality, spending tens of thousands on a ring feels outdated. Lab diamonds. Normalization, not revolution. Lab-grown diamonds are not destroying the industry overnight. They are doing something more dangerous. They are normalizing choice. When consumers realize they can buy the same sparkle, the same durability, the same beauty for a fraction of the cost, the question changes. Not can I afford a diamond, but why should I pay more? This question undermines the foundation of diamond pricing, the end of the forever myth. A diamond is forever worked because it aligned with cultural values of permanence and tradition. But modern relationships are more fluid. People marry later. They remarry. They separate. They redefine commitment. Forever is no longer assumed. And when forever fades, so does the diamond's strongest argument. The second-hand awakening. Resale markets have revealed an uncomfortable truth. Diamonds do not hold value the way people were promised. Pawn shops, online marketplaces, auction houses all tell the same story. Diamonds are abundant, but buyers are selective. The resale gap exposes the difference between retail fantasy and market reality. When belief breaks, luxury depends on belief. Once consumers realize prices are controlled, scarcity is managed, emotional value was engineered, the spell weakens. Diamonds don't collapse in value overnight. They slowly lose meaning. And meaning is what made them expensive. Ethics, environment, and a new morality. Modern consumers increasingly ask, where did this come from? Who suffered for it? What impact did it leave behind? Mining, once romanticized, is now scrutinized. Lab-grown diamonds align with environmental responsibility, transparency, ethical consistency, morality is becoming part of value. And diamonds must compete in this new framework. What diamonds really are. Stripped of mythology, diamonds are beautiful carbon crystals, durable and brilliant, emotionally charged by culture, nothing more, nothing less. Their price was never about nature alone. It was about control, marketing, social pressure, emotional symbolism. Diamonds are expensive because we agreed they should be. The future of diamonds. Diamonds are not disappearing. They will still sparkle. They will still be worn. They will still mark moments. But their dominance is fading. In the future, alternatives will rise, prices will soften, meaning will diversify. Diamonds may become just one option, not the option. And that changes everything. The final question. So why are diamonds so expensive? Because humans made them so. Because desire was shaped. Because scarcity was controlled. Because love was monetized. But now, the story is changing. The real question is no longer about diamonds. It's about us. What do we choose to value when the illusion fades? Diamonds shine brightest when belief holds them up. When belief changes, so does the price. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.